Animal Man number 23, written by Jeff Lemire, art by Steve Pugh and Francis Portela. So last issue, we had a whole thing of the splinter species were taking Buddy's blood and delivering it to Brother Blood, and also that Maxine wants to go on a quest to find Cliff's soul in the red. So that all's happening. We see that the paparazzi in this issue, as they busted into the room, I thought for sure they were going to be dead, but it turns out Buddy took the distraction to free himself from the table he was strapped down to. He attacks one of the splinter folk, whose name is Hogue, I believe, and he's like, "Tell me who you worked for. What's going on here?" And the Hogue is like, "Oh, you don't even understand. You had this connection with the Red. Now we will be the Reapers of Mankind." And it immediately cuts to like a TMZ-esque thing, and it's just like, wow, that was quite the thing that our paparazzi caught. But it is curious whether or not this is all just a stunt for his movie award thing that's coming up in just 2 days. Is this actually real, or is Buddy just making it up for publicity? And we see Buddy watching this on TV. He's like, Jesus Christ, these vultures. So he calls up Ellen on the phone. He sees a whole bunch of paparazzi just swarming his hotel. And he's like, "Hey, Ellen," gets her voicemail, I should say. Just like, "I'm going through a hard time right now, and I know you don't really want to talk to me, but I need to talk to somebody because I am losing it right now. So please call me back." So at that point, we see Ellen the same night as last issue is cuddling up with Maxine. She's fallen asleep, and so Maxine sneaks out with Socks again back into the red, and they reach Shepard, who has the red has adjusted itself to fall into her fantasies, in that there is a pirate ship awaiting her with a giraffe as a captain and a parrot as the first mate, and his name is Captain Longneck, and the first mate is, I don't know, but I'll get to it. So basically, Maxine's fantasy is, we're going to use this pirate ship to go into the red and search out for Cliff's soul. And it turns out there is a thing called the Rib Cave, which is where souls go to. It looks like a rib cage, and as you enter into it, you are reincarnated somewhere else in the red. And Maxine is like, "Reincarnated? That means he could come back as like a bug. I don't want him to come back as something else. I want him to come back as Cliff." And he's like, "Well, then we got to get going." So they do the whole hoist the sails. You heard her, double time. Let's go, laddies. You can walk the plank and all that stuff. So we see Buddy. He wants some answers as to what's going on. He tries to just call up like people and saying, "Hey, I'm a superhero. Can I talk to the splinter species guy?" And all of them are just like, "If you're not Superman, no, we don't really care." So he has to break into Belle Reve, where Hogue is being held. And we see him using a bit of his powers to get in. He jumps over the fence using a grasshopper, but then he's like, okay, Hogue is held in a cell, which is pretty airtight, but it does have a ventilation system inside. But the vent is much too small for a normal human to fit in. So I use the powers of a boa constrictor and a snail to like condense my body downward. And we see him just like ooze out of this vent. And even Hogue is like, "Jesus Christ, Buddy, what are you doing?" And at that point, Buddy gets up on him, just like, "Shut up, I'm asking the questions. Well, what is this about? Why is this me?" And just like, dude, you have such a gift. You are integrated with the red so deeply. You are connected to all of life. And you dress up like an idiot and get into the tabloids. Like, you squander it so much. We're going to use your power to its full effectiveness. You're out of time. Speaking of which, at the Church of Blood, Brother Blood is going through his whole monologue saying, "Yes, everyone, I have a connection to the red. I told them to choose me. I should have been their avatar, but no, it was Buddy Baker. Now I have decided to correct this error. I shall drink of his blood, and I will become the new avatar of the red. And I guess you all will be like rewarded in some way. I guess, sure, whatever. Anyway, here we go. Bottoms up." So he drinks the blood. He starts coughing. He collapses down into the pool of blood he stands in. And then as he comes up, he has all those red markings that Buddy had back in issue 1. And he's like, "Oh, I see it. I see the red. Oh, I'm tripping balls." So back in the red, we see Maxine on the pirate ship. They see the rib cave, and they see all the souls migrating towards it. And Shepard's like, "Now, just remember, like, we could have been too late. He's been here for a while. He might have already reincarnated." And she's just like, "That's not good enough. We got to go faster." So they make their way deep into the cave. Maxine looks down. She says she thinks he sees him. She points to a vaguely humanoid like figure wading through the blood. And then all of a sudden there's this cold front. There's this huge storm that plows through the red and everyone feels it. We see Brother Blood extending his power out into the red, like tendrils are extending from him. Buddy collapses in pain. We see all of the like the Red Kingdom itself, where the totems are. The storm is centralized on them, and Brother Blood enters in and just starts firing off lightning bolts. Maxine is reaching out for Cliff, but Shepard's like, no, like something huge has just happened. This needs to wait. We need you back at HQ. So they pull back. We see all of like the dog guardian things are being torn limb from limb by Brother Blood. And he even ends up killing a couple of the other ones. And he makes his way into the hall where all the totems are. And the totems are like, what the hell is this? Who the hell are you? I don't even know you. What's going on? He's just like, oh, you should have chosen me. I could have been your avatar, but now I'm forcing this. And I'm going to turn the red into the empire it deserves over top of the green and the rot. You totems, you're cowering at true power. And they're just like, what? Who the hell are you? And then all of a sudden, Brother Blood uses his ability to basically kill one of the totems. That's the point where Maxine feels it. She doubles over in pain. Shepard and Socks run over to her. Socks is also kind of feeling it. And Maxine just cries out from her mom in pain. We see that Ellen wakes up. Maxine is not in bed because obviously she's in the red. She's calling around, panicking, trying to find Maxine. And as Buddy is doubled over in the cell next to Hogue, Hogue's like, I mean, I'm not going to turn down this opportunity to kill you, so it's time. And we see back in the Hall of the Totems, they're like, how in the hell does this guy have so much power here? We're the ones who decide who have power here. How does he have so much power? And we see, like, the head totem, the one who's always been in front, sneaks up from behind the other ones, snaps their necks and kills them, and says, like, yeah, it was me. I did it. I want the red to be like, you guys have kept on giving the red to, like, kids and idiots. I'm going to give it to someone who's going to do something cool. So Brother Blood has been actually chosen by this single totem who has killed all the other totems, and now, I don't know, the red's screwed or something like that. It's solid. It's good. It's a nice little plot to it. I do like it's technically a 3-pronged plot, but it's actually more of a 2-pronged one, in that the Buddy plot and the Brother Blood plot are pretty much the same. Gotta say, like, I really want to see how this book is going to handle the movie awards thing, because with all of this big stuff going on, that feels so inconsequential. And if it keeps on playing it as something that like actually matters, I don't know if I'm going to like that. If it eventually makes the shift where Buddy's just like, screw that, I don't care. Like, I'm more into it, you know? But the way they're playing it up, it's this thing of like, how does the public perception of a hero matter? And if they really run with that, where it's like, it's not about the perception, it's about like doing the right thing, I think they could go in an interesting way with it. But I feel like there's also going to be this not wanting to go that far and having it so that Buddy like manages to still be good in the public eye at the same time. But then again, they killed his son. They took away his powers. They've always managed to catch me off guard in this book, so it can go either way. In regards to a score, I'm going to give this one a solid 8. I think it's very well written. It sets up a cool new concept of we have this new avatar of the red where the other one was still alive, which I don't know has even really happened before. So we've got some new things to deal with, and I'm super interested to see where they go. But 8 for this one.